Hello, today we're going to be talking about finding a solution to fixing the housing issue in Australia. So, why is this an issue that should be worked on? There are four main problems that can arise if it is not dealt with. Number one being economic inequality and poverty. So, it can create a widening wealth gap when housing becomes unaffordable. It exacerbates economic inequality by allowing those who can afford to buy homes or secure affordable rentals, they can gain wealth over time, while those who cannot afford are often stuck in a cycle of renting with little opportunity to build equity or savings. The next issue is homelessness. So, unaffordable housing is actually a leading cause of homelessness. When people cannot afford to rent or buy homes, they may be forced into homelessness, leading to an increase in the homelessness population, particularly in urban areas where housing costs are typically highest. And it can have an impact on the economy as well, due to reduced consumer spending. So, people who are renting, a large majority of their income is going to be going towards the rental. They don't have any leftover money to spend on goods and services, which leads to a decrease in consumer spending, which negatively impacts local businesses and the broader economy. And it also creates educational disruption. So a child that has to continuously move every couple of years or every year to different areas to find more affordable rentals with their parents will be having to move schools a lot and change their friends as well, and it just leads to quite a big disruption in their educational journey. So the solution, there are four phases, each with their own political, economic, cultural goals that need to be met, and in that order as well. So first the political will come to effect, then economic, and then cultural. Let's get into it. As you can see, little dude over there is busy scheming some plans. So phase one, political, strengthen rent control regulations. What does that mean? That is introducing policies that allow a cap on how much rents can increase and also how fast rents can increase, which will lead to a lower return on investment properties. So that will have the economic effect of disincentivizing second and third time home buyers, which will reduce the demand and increase the supply. Now, on a cultural level, I really think the media is a very powerful tool, and the media companies generally fearmonger the public into the idea that owning a home is impossible. What they should do is use the media to promote housing as a basic right rather than a financial asset. And we got Lightning McQueen voice man over there busy reading about the change in housing perception, and he agrees. Then once phase one is done, then we go to phase two, which is zoning law reforms. So allowing more land to be built on and also changing current land to have high-rise development. Now this will reduce construction costs, as when they'll be able to develop larger apartment blocks, they'll be able to get more profit per apartment rather than just an individual house on that piece of land. Then again, using the media to propel this idea that high density living is very amazing, and getting the public to agree and aim towards that. Phase three, political, support for regional infrastructure. So that is increasing government investment in regional areas and creating policies that incentivize businesses to invest into regional areas as well, moving their operations to those areas. And that will, on an economic point of view, it will promote businesses to set up operations in more regional areas and upcoming CBDs, which again will increase development there as more money will be being spent there, and construction will improve there. Also, more people will start to move out to those areas. And again, cultural, that whole perception shift of accepting moving out of cities to new up-and-coming areas, more regional living. Phase four, politically, incentivize affordable housing / development. So that is passing policies that allow for construction companies to get lower interest rates on loans to be able to start off the development, and also lower interest rates for first-time home buyers, as well as removing all possible costs. That will promote first-time home buyers and also development of suburban housing and commercial real estate in these new areas and all around as well. And culturally, this will promote a society that feels secure with their living circumstances as they own their own house and not have to rent it. Potential impacts. Short term, yeah, it will be very expensive. That is true. And also, the changes in society may cause a bit of unrest. People may not be too happy about it. But in the long term, get loads of money. It'll be good for everyone. Everyone will be happy. Investors will get good returns on their investments, and homeowners will be able to say they own their home. That's why they're called homeowners and not renters. And they'll be able to raise a family without the stress of having to potentially move around and all those negative impacts we spoke at the beginning. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it.